Hi Sinead, we are at the 2022 LGB Alliance Conference. You spoke last year. That was the first time that I became aware of your story, and you shared very personal details about how your life transitioning and detransitioning and how the challenges that you faced and continue to face. I want to introduce you to an American audience who may not have heard of you. So you're from Glasgow, Scotland, and you went through an experience of cross-sex hormones, testosterone, as well as surgery. Mm-hmm. At what age did you begin to medically transition?
So I was an adult transitioner, so I didn't actually start the medical process until I was 24. The desire to transition sort of popped up when I was around 20 or 21, but I didn't actually refer myself to the clinic until I was 23, and then the following year, medicalization began.
What were you feeling in the years leading up to that decision that you could not live your life as a woman you are?
I was very bitter, I was very resentful, I didn't like being a woman, I didn't like being perceived as a woman, I absolutely despised my body, and I was under the impression that if I were to, quote, become a man, that the problems and the self-hatred that I felt would disappear.
And did it?
I think I convinced myself for a couple of years that it did. Because I was a female taking testosterone, I got a lot more energy. I felt that I could do more, I was more motivated. So I did feel, if we were having this conversation in 2015, I would tell you that transition saved my life, because I believed that. But you can only pretend for so long, and all the problems that I was running from with transition were still there. And so even with cross-sex hormones, even with the surgery, I was still very, very much struggling with self-hatred. And I'm afraid that cutting your breasts off doesn't remove that.
So as I'm speaking with you, I can hear that your voice has changed. Mm-hmm. Or you have a deep voice. I don't know what you sounded like before. Mm. Can you outline the ways that you've been permanently physically changed?
Mm-hmm. So with cross-sex hormones, some of the permanent changes would be, like you mentioned, my voice. I've developed an Adam's apple. My vocal cords have thickened. I suffered some head hair loss, lots of body hair growth. Taking the testosterone for as long as I did, which was just over 4.5 years, has led to bladder problems. And obviously the surgery is irreversible, so I'm almost completely numb on my chest area. And
you had your breasts removed?
Yeah, I got a double mastectomy when I was 26.
What was that? Was there a single moment that you realized, I made a grave mistake?
I wouldn't say there was a single moment. It was a progression of realizations that when I first started the cross-sex hormones, and the depression was still there, I thought it's because I haven't transitioned enough, so I'll get the surgery. And then I got the double mastectomy, and the depression and self-hatred was still there, so I thought, okay, I'll get the hysterectomy, and then I'll get the phalloplasty, and I'll get everything that I need to get. But fortunately for me, after the double mastectomy, I kind of had that realization where I was like, what if I do go the full way and I still hate myself like this? I didn't need hormones or surgery, I needed therapy.
What is your message to young people, children, youth who maybe feel how you at that point felt?
Changing your body doesn't address the mental distress you're feeling. You may have all kinds of other comorbid conditions, you might be suffering, maybe you're traumatized. Whatever your issue is, cutting your body up is not going to solve that. And if you really truly think that transitioning and changing yourself and taking cross-sex hormones and surgeries, which have a whole line of risks with them, is going to make you mentally happy, you're deluding yourself, and it's cruel.
And how do you respond to those who say, well, some of the stuff is reversible? you can change your mind.
I wish it was reversible. I wish that I could have my voice back. I wish that I could feel my chest. I wish that I didn't have bladder problems. I wish that everything that transition did to me was reversible, but I am living proof that that's not true.
Thank you very much for your time.